He found a letter among her things. It was addressed to her 3 boys. It was written when her handwriting was still perfect, before her health declined and her hands began to shake. My vlog today is called Sacred Doesn't Have to Be Serious, and I'm Susan Diamond, publisher of Prayables.com. The boys found the ethical will that their mother wrote. It was a note of gratitude for her family and especially for her sons. She wrote how happy she is that even after she passes, she knows that the 3 brothers will remain close. This is Ron Wolfson's story, one of many I heard over the weekend when he was our scholar in residence at my synagogue. Dr. Wolfson is an educator and one of those speakers who make a point with humor and anecdotes. You laugh, you cry, you learn, all at the same time. My rabbi said sacred doesn't have to be serious. And as usual, she is right. The relationship between siblings is sacred. Most of the time in our family, the memorable moments were not the serious ones. When our 4 kids were growing up, gotchas were a sacred rite to the brothers and sister at our Shabbat dinner table. One of the kids would start the gotcha game with a ridiculous statement. Maybe it was something like, "You can do better on essay tests if you don't study." Then the others would join in and come up with some additional stupid statement about the topic. Everybody would do it except for one unsuspecting victim. It was usually me or my husband David. This would go on until one of the kids would start laughing and then everyone yells, "Gotcha!" How are bonds between brothers and sisters built? Is it strictly genetic? Does it come from a shared upbringing? Or is it a mixture of both? Ours is a blended family, different sets of genes among the 2 pairs of siblings that make the whole. Yet every combination of the 4 kids is equally as close. Our children met as preteens, the so-called formative years behind them, but they were clearly raised together. Not by 2 parents, but by 3 sets of 6 loving parents. Extra grandparents, tons of aunts, uncles, and cousins who influenced our kids from every direction. Ours were Jewish kids who got to experience Christmas and eat Thai pad on Thanksgiving. Family is the sacred connection that binds children and adults together, if you let it. When you shrug off wrongdoings, annoyances, and eliminate the shouldas, it goes a long way to creating family harmony. Families aren't serious. There's always inside jokes, corny catchphrases, and laughing so hard you pee in your pants. What? Never happened to you? Well, like Mrs. Wolfson, I know if I wrote my ethical will today, I could say with absolute certainty, the 3 brothers and 1 sister who make up the Diamond kids will always stay close. If my legacy turns out to be that I inspired the next generations to hold their siblings as sacred, I will be happy. For all the jokes they share and the times they stick together, I say God bless. I am eternally grateful. And now a prayer from Prayables.com called One Big Happy. Our driveway is a lot for rental cars. Our basement a campsite. Blankets on couches, air mattresses, and sleeping bags. Upstairs, the cacophony of catching up. Look how the kids have grown. How was the vacation? Gee, I miss Graham. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for gathering us safely. Thank you for this loud, unruly crowd, my family, my heart. Keep them in your care, for together or apart, they sustain me. Keep us from quarreling, from raising old accusations and hurts. We have so little time to love. Please help us make each moment together a memory.